In this example, we'll be using a letter to identify a reference angle. In my previous example, I used theta as an angle. But for this example, we'll be using a letter. And those letters are capital letter as a symbol of an angle. Angle A and angle B are acute angle. Angle A and angle B are acute angle. And angle C is the right angle. Based on the given AB, which is 15, AC is 8, CB is 12, we will find the 6 trigonometric ratios. Sine A. Sine A here is, don't forget that sine means opposite over hypotenuse. And A will be the reference angle now. So look at this one. Our reference angle is A. Opposite here is 12. And the hypotenuse is 15. And this one is divisible by 3, or it is 4/5. Again, sine has a ratio of opposite over hypotenuse. This A is an angle A. That is a reference angle. And the opposite is 12 and the hypotenuse is 15. Other example, what if I'll make it sine B? If it is sine B, still the function sine has the ratio of opposite over hypotenuse. But the reference angle is now B. So find a side across to reference angle B, 8, that is opposite, and the hypotenuse is 15. So this is now the ratio of sine B. Other example, let's say cos A. Cos A here is cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And A is the reference angle, the adjacent is 8, and hypotenuse is 15. And the last one, what if I'll give you cos B? Take note, what is the ratio of cosine? The ratio of cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Since the reference angle here is B, so this is B, the adjacent is 12, and the hypotenuse is 15, or it is 4/5. Always remember the ratio of sine, or the ratio of a 6 trigonometric ratios, and at the same time, the position of the angle, so that you can easily identify the opposite and the adjacent. If it is in angle A, the opposite is 12, and the adjacent is 8. In angle B, the opposite is 8, and the adjacent is 12. We need to find the following: sine A, the tangent A, cotangent A, secant A, cosecant B, and the cotangent B. Now, sine A has the ratio of opposite over hypotenuse. And this A, opposite here is 10, and the hypotenuse is 12, or that is simply 5/6. So that is the value of sine A. Number 2, tan B means tangent B. Tan is TOA, opposite over adjacent. And the opposite to B, this is now the reference angle. Opposite is 8, and the adjacent is 10, and they are divisible by 2, or it is 4/5. For number 3, cotangent. Take note, cotangent is the inverse of tan. Cotangent now is adjacent over opposite of A. The adjacent is 8 and the opposite is 10, or it is simply 4/5. That is the value of cotangent A. In secant, secant is opposite or inverse of cosine, so this is now hypotenuse over the adjacent. The hypotenuse here in A is 12 and the adjacent here is 8, or it is 3/2. For number 5, cos B. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. B, the adjacent here is 10 and the hypotenuse is 12, or it is 5/6. And cot is the inverse of tan, so we have now the adjacent over opposite is equal to the adjacent of B here is 10 and the opposite here is 8, and they are divisible by 2, or it is 5/4. So for you to easily remember them, first, as you see the function, sine function, don't forget the ratio. Then that A means angle A, get the opposite and the hypotenuse. And then everything will follow.